Is this a joke? Is this what we've come to with like franchises? We make too many of them, and then we try to reboot it with terrible prequels? Is that what's happening now? Okay, look. I love the Transformers. Okay? I love it. I love Transformers. I think they're so cool. The Last Night was a terrible movie. Bumblebee? A little bit better. Terrible movie. Let me explain. Cool. Intro. Cinematic. YouTube intro. By the way, I have NBA going on in the background, so just ignore that. Alright, so Bumblebee, I just saw it tonight. Don't go see this movie. Please. It has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. I can't believe this movie, and so many people are thinking like, oh, this is the best Transformers movie. No, it's not. It's not a good movie. It's not fun. It was a chore to watch. The acting is garbage. The fights are actually pretty cool. Everything else is garbage. The plot is garbage. Things that happen in it is garbage. Okay, I don't want to go bit by bit, but I am going to tell the good things about this movie and the bad things. Okay? The good things are little, bad things a lot. Good things, the very beginning of the movie, like the first 5 minutes with the fight on Cybertron, that was probably the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in my whole entire life. The other like Transformers fights with Bumblebee and the other Transformers, I think that was just so cool. It's so much fun to watch Transformers like beat the crap out of each other. But what else? Bumblebee was actually a pretty cool character, pretty fun. You know, he's very mischievous. He's very curious. He's a cool alien robot, and just like the other Transformers movies from Michael Bay and like the other directors, he's a pretty cool character. This movie, he's still a pretty cool, fun character, and he's just younger, and he's still trying to figure out planet Earth. So, I think that was pretty cool. But the first 5 minutes, like the G1 graciousness, awesomeness fight on Cybertron, my goodness, that's every person's dream to watch. If I could just have that, just like that 5 minutes, literally the very beginning of the movie. It's just Autobots and Decepticons fighting on Cybertron. If I could have that as a feature-length film, like, oh my goodness. Like, if I could have that, like, as a legitimate, like, movie, just like that, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Okay, now onto the bag. Where do I start? The main character, the girl, Charlie, I don't know who she's played by, whatever that actress's name. She's awful. She was really bad in this movie. She was very, very cliche, very cheesy. Like, there's an alien robot in her garage, and she does not care at all. She does not care at all. John Cena, garbage. Okay, dude, just go back to wrestling or whatever. Go back to acting in a square. Okay, like, goodness sake, he's awful. John Cena's bad. He was terrible in this movie. He's a bad actor. Just, jeez. Why did they keep casting this guy? And whoever this, I'm sorry if I don't know what to say. The acting was terrible all around. Everything that John Cena tried to say, like menacingly or like seriously, didn't work at all. His comedic parts actually worked because you can't take him seriously. So like whatever he says that's comedic is like 2 times comedic. It's just, jeez. He was awful. The comedic relief character, like the guy with the afro, he has a weird name like Memo. Like what kind of name is that? Nemo? I don't know. He was bad. He was a bad actor. He played literally no part in the movie. Jeez. So, okay, the plot is that Bumblebee gets sent to Earth from Cybertron, is just to sit there and set up a base for the Autobots for when they come from wherever they're coming from to Earth to just make a base and defend Earth. Okay? The first time that we see Bumblebee on Earth, he's literally doing... Okay, hold on. When he first crashes down, he like runs away from the army, and we don't see him for a long time. And then we have like this huge trying to like intro to like the main human character, and it's all like long shots of her walking with like 80s music in the background. Like I was like, what is happening? Okay, if that's character development, that's not good character development. I want her talking to people. I want her experiencing things. I want to know her from the facial expressions and the things that she says, not from like just walking all around. Okay, like goodness sake. And then we see Bumblebee. He is in a car form at a junkyard. Wait, did Bumblebee like not understand like what the whole point of why he went to Earth was? And then the girl finds him, fixes him up, brings him back, and now they got like some crazy like adventure. And I'm like, there's two Decepticons that come from Cybertron to Earth to find Bumblebee, and they trick the army into thinking that Bumblebee is the enemy when the Decepticons were actually the enemy. I mean, we all know that, but they didn't. And then they're fighting and like whatever. There's one point in the movie where Bumblebee like gets shot in the head from a Decepticon cannon. Lives, okay? The two main human characters go find him, laying down, pretty much dead. She shoots him with a like shock, like some like thing, like shocks. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this gun was. Shoots him with like the shock gun. Hits Bumblebee, shocks him, and like can't. Why do movies tease that like, oh, you've seen this character from other movies that set in place after this movie, but we're gonna act like he's dead. No, dang it! This movie was terrible. Don't go see this movie. I'm ending this review. I'm like halfway through the movie. So bad. Please don't go see this movie. This is not what we want. Okay, this is not what we want. Okay, the other Transformers movies weren't like masterpieces. Okay, The Last Night and Age of Extinction were pretty bad. Okay, but this movie, trying to be good, was bad. Age of Extinction, Last Night, and all the other Transformers movies weren't there to be cinematic masterpieces. This one tried to be good and tried to tell a low-grounded story. And yes, it was, but it did it terribly. Okay, don't go see this movie. Bumblebee was terrible. I love the Transformers. Don't get me wrong, I love the Transformers, but this movie was terrible. Thank you guys so much for watching my Bumblebee review. I'm sure it was a pleasure. Bye, guys.
Angelina, lips like Angelina.